Chapter 15. Remus was sitting in his room looking at the test in awe and fear. A positive pregnancy test. Right in front of him was the proof of Finria's love. In that small thing, that little insignificant piece of plastic that showed the love of two people and what that love can lead to and what it can create. Smiling, Remus wrote a letter to his mate with the test as proof, and it was spelled to only be seen by him. The letter was full of love, and there was a new picture with it, the picture that once hung in their bedroom. It was from their first date, in which Remus took Finria to see a Muggle movie, and Finria chose a horror film about werewolves. The movie was trash, but the night ended better than they ever thought it would. They shared their first kiss, and the picture was taken in a photo booth, and it was one of them kissing. Finria always said it was his favourite picture because Remus was where he will be forever, in Finria's arms. Sirius was watching Harry's peaceful face as he slept. Harry was so peaceful, in sleep, mouth slightly open, a little snores coming from him. "Time to wake up, pup." Sirius kissed Harry's forehead to wake him up. "We need to go to breakfast before a certain headmaster notices you're missing." Harry smiled slowly and kissed Sirius before getting out of bed. Sirius tried not to drag him back to bed. Harry had taken to sleeping in Sirius's shirt. It helped calm him, but it made Sirius's self-control work overtime, especially when Harry looked too hot for his own good and didn't even know it. "Can you help tame my hair?" Harry held the brush and Sirius lifted his mate onto the sink counter. "I can try. I used to help James all the time. It works sometimes with the right products." Sirius started to brush the wild black hair into tame, gentle waves. "My hair has never looked like this." Harry was surprised. His hair was classified as untamable, but Sirius was a miracle worker. "Anything to make you smile more. I love you, my little pup." Harry wrapped his legs around Sirius's and just moved himself into the arms of his mate. "We should get dressed. We have full days of class, and then we have a meeting with Arthur and Percy. Also, Remus said that he had big news to share with us." Sirius went to work on his hair, which was now long, blonde, and made into a small bun. When Sirius went to kiss Harry, he made a face. "I feel like I'm kissing my father when you have your glamour on. You two could be twins." Harry giggled when Sirius used Lucius Malfoy's "I'm better than you" voice. "I will not be insulted by a pesky pup." Sirius was laughing and then dropped the glamour to kiss his mate. "Let's go. Draco is worried about you." Sirius put the glamours back on and then went to his office via secret teacher's passage. "Hare! We need to hurry. The twins are there already." Draco dragged Harry to the Great Hall. Fred and George Weasley were waiting for Draco and Harry. "You both will love this," they said together. Hermione, Ron and Ginny stormed into the Great Hall and walked straight to the Slytherin table. "What did you do, you filthy traitor?" Ron was yelling at Harry, and it was hilarious because Ron's hair was bright neon green and his skin was bright silver. Harry looked at the teacher's table. He saw that his dad was having a very hard time not laughing. Sirius wasn't hiding the smirk. He was, however, trying not to laugh his ass off. "I didn't do anything." Harry was scared now that Ron and Hermione had their wands pointed at him. "Undo this, you son of a bitch," Ron screamed, and Jenny was holding back fake tears. "Why did you do it, baby?" Ginny was crying now. "I'm your girlfriend, and Hermione and Ron are your best friends." Ginny knew that Harry would come back to her if she made a big scene, and because it was just who he was. "I am not your baby, and they are not my friends. Get that through your thick skulls. I am gay." Harry was screaming at them, and had to be held back by both the twins. "Harry, my boy, there is no need to yell. I need to see you in my office." Dumbledore came over to Harry and then led him and Ron, Hermione and Ginny to his office. The twins got both Severus and Sirius to follow them to Dumbledore's office. Severus got there in time, and the twins, Sirius and Draco, hid under the invisibility cloak. "Severus, my boy, there is no need for you to be here. This is between my lions and me." Dumbledore's eyes were twinkling, and Severus was about to throw up. "Then Potter and I can leave." Severus motioned for Harry to follow him. "There is no need. Harry is a part of this conversation." Dumbledore was getting aggravated by Severus's presence and interference. "Harry is one of my snakes, and it is my job to be here." Severus was very thankful that he had strong occlumency shields, and that he had the practice of training as a spy. "Severus, my boy, it is unnecessary for you to be here. Harry just asked us for a resort." Sirius was going to murder the headmaster for trying to hurt his mate. Sirius could smell his mate's fear, and he could smell the lie. "I will not resort anyone." The hat wouldn't resort the boy after he heard what Dumbledore had planned. Flashback. Albus Dumbledore had them all sit on the couch in his office and encouraged Ginny to sit on Harry's lap. "Ginny, get off my lap," Harry growled and shoved the girl off him. "Harry, that is no way to talk to your girlfriend," Hermione chided. "She is not my girlfriend. I am gay." Harry needed Sirius. This was a stressful situation, and his creature needed his mate. "Harry, you are not gay. Ginny is your girlfriend. Ron and Hermione are your best friends. And you are not a Slytherin. You are a Gryffindor. You don't want to be in the house of the man who murdered your parents, do you? That house is evil, and all those in the house are evil." Dumbledore saw Harry's resolve break, and he knew that he was getting to the boy. All he had to do was bring up the Potters, Voldemort, and his friends. "You will be resorted into Gryffindor, and we will start your special training. The Dark Lord is going to rise again, and you are the only one who can defeat him." Harry was scared. He wanted his mate, and Dumbledore had a sinister plan. Dumbledore was going to break Harry, and then manipulate him to die for the light side. Then Dumbledore would kill Tom, and get all the praise and worship that he deserved. Then Severus came into his office and ruined Albus's plan. End of flashback. "Harry, my boy, you know you belong in Gryffindor." Albus was not above using legilimens on the boy. All he could see was Harry's memories of his time at Grimmauld Place, but that was all stuff that he already knew. "Is that all you wanted to do, Albus? Potter has class to get to, and so do the others." Severus led Harry out of the office and made his way to potions. "Never be alone with him again, son." Severus led his son to his office. "Dad, he wanted me to be resorted, and he tried to get into my mind." Harry was crying into his dad's shoulder. "It's okay, baby boy. I've got you. Daddy's got you." Severus was holding his son and rocking gently. His son had been through so much, and it was only going to get harder now that Albus had gotten his way. Harry soon fell asleep in his dad's hold, and Severus told Minerva that he needed to call off. Harry was having a PTSD episode, and Severus was monitoring the boy. Sirius called off from his class, saying that he needed to read over the essays, and then went straight to Harry. Draco and the rest of Harry's Slytherin friends collected his homework, and they also had a letter for Dolores Umbridge to give to the minister. Albus's days of hurting Harry were numbered.